And welcome back, everybody. We are back for another one. Next up, we have Instinct versus Calypso. Once again, I am Monsieur Demouy, still joined by Queen. Of course, now Offbeat back on the desk with his hair.
Well,
that's a lie.
What's left of it?
Yeah.
What's left of it? Yeah, no, the hair was left in the well, you'll find out at some point, won't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, very excited to be back here. Also, a couple shout-outs want to do. If there are so many sponsors at this event that kind of giving one, a chance, giving one shout-out at a time, really, we're not getting through enough of them. So first off, I want to shout out Annex Fate. Actually, in the wide shot during that intermission there, you saw Smooth Riding. That was the name on the back of the shirt there. Smooth, I'm sure he can hear me, but he's not listening. But Smooth Riding has been a big part of the all of the Echo lands that you've seen over the last several years. Smooth has probably had something to do with them, probably been involved, or probably maybe even been running them. I know the one in Pittsburgh, my hometown, was an NX Fate event. So very excited to have him here. He's, of course, helping us with this event here. Also, I want to shout out Between Realities. They're actually here at the venue. They're going to be doing a podcast, I believe, at some point today. So love that those guys were able to show up here. Also, want to shout out Joyway Games. They've had booths over in the corner there. Anybody who's here, if you haven't checked out those booths, check them out. They're another big sponsor of us. Also, VRML Media, shout out Pro2VR and Rebuff Reality, as well as Grapevine Media, who's been doing a lot of media coverage for this event, and they're nice people, so definitely shout out to those. So with that out of the way, we're getting back into this one, Queen and Offbeat, and I mean, this has been a really exciting day. First, we had Instinct. They won that first game. Of course, you're about to see Instinct in their second matchup in this group stage. And, of course, Rush taking that second game into only just, though. I mean, that was a very close matchup we saw.
It was.
And now curious to see how this is Calypso's first game today. Curious to see how Calypso's going to perform against Instinct, who's already had one in.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one, right? Obviously, Instinct is coming in with, they're a little more warmed up. They've had their first match, got on their belts, notched a win, and so, they're on the verge here of a guaranteed spot in the final bracket should they come out of here with a win, right? They play everyone in their group, in the group of three, so you come out there with 2 wins, you're sitting pretty, getting that first match seed in the first round of that, so they are absolutely looking to close it out here and kind of stamp it like, yes, we are Instinct, and we have a reputation for a reason. Yeah. Coming up against them then is Calypso, coming in with their first match. They're going to be fresh, and... Thank you, Saika. Calypso's running Biot, Glass, Lulz, Phenom, Yuji. Saika on the team in spirit. We'll say that's fair? That's fair.
Team Mom.
Official team, yes. So, yeah, Maddie, you wanna tell us kind of a little bit about Calypso and where they're coming from into this tournament?
Yeah, of course. So, Calypso... Right? You said Calypso. I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. I'm an awkward human. But Calypso coming in, obviously, like you said, not having any games, but these are players that we know, and these are names that we know that have played for a long while now. So I don't necessarily think they're going to struggle with finding that chemistry for themselves or coming in as a first game necessarily, since Instinct has had theirs. However, I do think that they've still got a game in front of them that is going to be a little bit of a tough matchup, especially Instinct taking their first game into and with ease.
Yeah, and a couple things we've seen kind of across the teams here, right? A lot of these top players love playing on the CV1, right? They yes. swear by it, and so we see kind of initially a lot of growing pains here when, these players that have played with this for so long come and they try to they transition to Quest. They've come in here with a little bit of practice, but it does feel a little different, and that's kind of where Calypso has a little bit of an advantage here, potentially. Both Glass and Biot started playing out this game on Quest and will be a key part of the team's coming flow so far. They rely a lot on a lot of the chemistry they have. These players have been playing together for a long time. They've got good game sense and good stack coordination, so keep an eye on those Calypso stacks, because that could be an absolute defining factor of the game as we see it playing out.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. Definitely have an advantage, although like you said, Glass and Biot both switching over towards the end of their Echo career over to the CV1. So maybe a little bit of an adjustment period, but I doubt it'll be too much.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that we'll see a super huge impact on because everyone's kind of on the same stage. And we talked a bit yesterday in Blast On and Ultimax as well about the different experience about playing in front of the big crowd and with your people around you, with the stage rumbling a little bit underneath you as players jump and duck and weave. It is a very different experience, and it is one that can take some adjustment. And so I think kind of for that reason, just Instinct having had the one game under the belt, I think that is going to be potentially a big advantage in this one, at least for starting out the gate, right? First couple of minutes, my bold prediction here, I think we're going to see Instinct come out strong. They're going to set the tone, maybe a couple quick goals, but then keep an eye on Calypso to start working back into the second half of round 1 and then further on into rounds 2 and 3.
I could not agree more with that. 100%. I think that that's super accurate. Yeah.
So while we're waiting for the teams to ready up, we should be ready up here anyway. Actually, we're ready up right now. So yeah, we're getting into it. So good luck, teams. So, Queen, Offer. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're in the arena. Let's get some noise. We got Instinct on blue. We got Calypso in orange. And we, ladies and gentlemen, have some Echo Arena for Group A action ready to go. The teams are ready, the teams are in the tunnels, and we are all set. Instinct, can they punch their ticket here in their second game? Or will Calypso come in here and make things really interesting in that Group A going forward? They're in the tunnel, the countdowns are on, and here come the stacks.
First touch on the disc going in favor of Calypso, but possession in the air not any longer as Lulz puts that one in for a quick 2-pointer to start us out.
Yeah, Lulz, good Canadian kid coming in and sticking that one in the goal nice and early. 15 seconds off the clock, barely any time passed, and yeah, good start for Calypso. Forget anything I said about them coming in cold and Instinct with advantage because they shown they're coming to play. And Instinct with that rollout is going to miss, and Phenom on that back line. Good turnover here as Calypso holding on to possession.
Yeah, holding on to possession well. Lulz sending that one up to Biot. Biot, oh no, looking for that stack, but the pass is off the mark there, and that might cost them the possession, but Biot able to get a hand on it. The clear is no good, though, taking some wonky bounces. It's Ender who picks this one up for the side of Instinct. Ender on the ceiling, looking to cross over to Mad, but the shot off the mark, and this one picked up now by Phenom. Oh no, who loses it to Strembitsky, though?
Yeah, Phenom trying to get the ender, won't quite connect. Cruzen, they're trying to slap the head, but a little miscommunication as it gets in the head of Strembitsky, and the reset to Cruzen won't connect, and that is going to clear it up by Glass. Here comes the stack, they've got the advantage. Open shot, Biot not able to connect, and the back stack comes. Strembitsky picking up that loose disc and moving it forward. Instinct still looking for their first points.
Still looking for their first points indeed, and oh no, Calypso overshooting that one there, giving an opportunity for Instinct to get some points on the board. Woo! It's Ender with the drive, with the moves, denied the second attempt. Oh, off the head of Phenom, but still good for 2.
Players getting in at it. Yeah, that's the fun thing here. Normally, in game for all these events, you're muted. You can't hear the other team. But now, if you're loud enough, anything goes. And yes, Instinct answering back, locking up the score here at 2. Phenom with a valiant effort around the goal, couple stops, but not able to keep it out indefinitely. And now they're back on the offensive. Lulz going to send this one back to Phenom. Phenom quarterbacking that one, but there's a miscommunication. Strembitsky with the steal and the clear.
And the clear is good. They've got a player in the area. Stacks coming in for the side of Calypso, but not in enough time. And Cruzen with an open 3-pointer.
Yeah, Cruzen as back-to-back scores come in here for Instinct. We've seen Cruzen so far in the last game active on both the front and back ends of this Instinct, game plan. And so far it seems to be working. This Instinct bouncing back well from that early goal that they allowed. And Glass going to make a nice little move to duck under the incoming stack, moving away from Ender with some space. But Ender sneaks up, creeps up behind, gets the stun. Not enough to get the disc though. Phenom's on the back line with some space, looking to set up an offense here.
And it's Biot with it now, looking up high for Lulz. Lulz on the drive, but the shot just off the mark, able to be recovered by Glass. And here's the second attempt as Lulz puts that one in off the backboard.
Yep, good second effort, missed the shot, doesn't matter, gets into a good open position, ready for the pass, and capitalizes on the second opportunity. Good answer back from Calypso, as they come here, they bring it back to a 1-point game rather. So that 3 from Instinct that they got Lumen large, if they look to keep this close going forward, we'll see right now. Does Instinct plan to keep it close, or are they going to try to increase this back up? It's Cruising with a nice bounce shot through the tunnel, hitting Strembitsky open on that side.
Open on that side and in a 2v1, but Strem still looking for the drive, and it is good for another 2 points.
Yeah, getting around the goalie there, Cruising with a great shot, and Strem can just take it the rest of the way. Getting the jukes in, and the goalie does what they can, but only so much you can do in the one-on-ones there. It is definitely an attacker's game, Echo Arena. As Calypso moving out here, Phenom looking glass, but no, that is read by Strembitsky. The stun, the steal, the open goal, puts it around the goalie. No!
Oh,
that
no!
will ding off the ring and will be collected by Phenom as they try to move this one up and out.
And Calypso with a good slap there. It's Lulz with the disc underneath, a little bit of pressure from Cruisin', trying to back this one out and find some lanes. Does find one in the form of Phenom. Phenom underneath pressure from 2 defenders, but does get the clear out through the tube. However, it is no good. And back in the hands of Instinct as Ender almost mishandles the disc there, but does get it back, sending it over to Cruisin' on that back line.
Cruising on the back line, where we often see him but that pass doesn't connect well, and the bounce will not get there. It's going to be recovered by Biot. Biot getting that one cleared as here come the stacks. Lulz fighting there with Ender. Ender is going to win that one, comes off it, but can't get the read, and will get stunned by Lulz. Biot now with the disc. They fight on it. Biot has the cut pass, and Phenom with the spin! Behind the back as Calypso answers back to a 1-point game. And we do get the timeout coming in on the side of... That is coming in on the side of, I know this. That is coming in from Cruisin' on the Instinct side, as they're going to see if they can't figure something out. Because we've got a good back-and-forth game on our hands here. Dimwee, what have you been seeing here?
Like you said, a lot of back and forth. Calypso has been hanging in here rather competently, and this is against a team that you probably come into this event looking at some of these teams, looking at some of these rosters, and you're picking some favorites. Instinct is absolutely going to be one of those favorites, and to see Calypso fighting against them, keeping this one close is a really really fantastic thing to see. You're seeing it through a lot of teamwork. You're seeing a lot of teamwork in this one. You see a lot of the assists and the points on the board here. They're not doing this 1v1s. They're not doing this alone. And we're getting back into it already.
Yeah, absolutely. Calypso have been having a couple issues on their rollouts here. If you look at the stats, you can see Strembitsky leading the way with 10 stuns. Most of those are on those rollouts, right? Coming in, reading the tunnel, and getting the stun and the steal. So Calypso going to need to figure something else out there, because what's been working for them, or what they're used to doing, hasn't really been working out so far. And they've been needing to rely on other methods to get these eventual points, either following up on the rebounds from those stuns on those loose discs, but it hasn't been as clean as they would like. That being said, doing a decent job here. They took possession of the disc, have been moving around, keep possession, but no, just as I say that, Ender picks up the loose disc. Ender looking to send this one in. That's going to bounce up high down below. Who's going to get this one? Strembitsky is closest, but Lulz works the way back, and Ender still holding on to this disc. No, Lulz, a couple attempts, will get this one past Cruisin', but not past the midfield line. Second attempt, Phenom will put that one through.
And we've got stacks racing from both sides, but it is Instinct with it, and Ender gets the clear off all the way down towards the bubble. And Ender himself picking it up again. However, the pass to Strembitsky, no good the first time, but able to play it off the bounce. Still getting stunned out, and Calypso able to get a turnover. Oh, no! Oh my goodness, the warring for the disc here in the arena, but ultimately it is Calypso walking away with that one.
Yeah, they will. It's going to go up high to the Sky Trench. Ender trying to track this one down there with Strembitsky. Neither of them in the perfect position. And oh my goodness, Lulz gets in there, makes things interesting, but ultimately can't win that 2-on-1. And here they come back the other way. Mad clearing it down. Here comes the stack. Stack race coming up. Shields up. No one able to get on the first try. Glass underneath there. Will get this one cleared, but no. Mad reads the clear and keeps it in the zone. Down below for Ender. Ender moving and has an opportunity. There it is. Mad taps it into the empty goal. Nice little cut pass there, and a very nice 9-6 lead.
Beautiful patience from Ender there, waiting until the very last second to hit Mad on that cut pass. Goal is now open for them to get another 2 points on the board, but Calypso has an opportunity to fix their rollouts here and get a little bit of a foundation for themselves, and it's Phenom as QB underneath a little pressure from that stack, looking to bait them here, does get them broken apart and sends the pass over to Biot in the far side tube underneath pressure from one defender, but that stack is back in action and ready ready to take this one back into the hands of Instinct.
Yeah, you can see they were changing out the style of their roll up there, and it worked well at least for that first pass, but my goodness, that backstack coming in and getting that read as Glass just gets this one away ahead of the Instinct stack, but Instinct is still on top of it. Pass doesn't connect, so Stormbitsky finds Mad, and Mad with some space has an option, looking for the cut pass, hits Ender. Oh my goodness, it's a 3-on-1. Ender denied. We say 3-on-1, but you cannot forget the post putting in some work on the defense.
Absolutely cannot forget it. And oh no, everyone overshooting that disc momentarily, but Strembitsky able to get there. However, the first slap is no good, but the second attempt is on the money, and that is an open goal from 20 meters out, cruising for the 3.
Yeah, very, very clutch goal here, because that is a 6-point lead now, and they've been going back and forth without a while here. It was a minute since the last goal, and right now, time is the issue for Calypso. They are down. They've got a minute 43 on the clock, and they need 6 points, which can be a tall order when you've got, you know, the defensive stalwarts on Instincts. They've been solid defensively here today. And oh my goodness, Ender! No one does it better than Ender getting that shield up as everyone kind of goes by this one, kind of wait and see who's going to pick it up, and it will be Biot, and Biot not able to get that one cleared though. Strembitsky picks it up. A nice little turn to keep possession for Instinct.
Back in the hands of Instinct, it's Ender underneath some pressure, but able to get that pass off to Mad. Mad looking for the drive, and the goalie jumps. Good for another 2 points here. Calypso are going to have to find an answer moving into the second round if they want to get some points on the board and keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, Phenom had the read there on where their pass was going, but got there just a little too late. Valiant effort, but yeah, as is, and now an 8-point lead here, and that will seal round 1 for Instinct in this best of 3, as sending it up to Glass here. Calypso still trying to get some things on the board, get some momentum moving for that second round, and a decent little roll here. Oh, that's not what they were looking for, off the side of the Sky Trench, getting across, good cut to Phenom. Phenom gets it past both, will hit the 3, brings it back to a 5-point lead, but yeah, 5-point lead, it's going to be a little too late with only 30 seconds left on that clock.
Definitely too little too late, but it never hurts to give yourself momentum moving into that second round here, and it does seem like Instinct, don't want to say they were sleeping, but they definitely woke up a bit in this latter half of the first round here, so Calypso is going to have to find some answers for themselves moving into the second round, getting some points on the board there, but it is Instinct looking for some points of their own before this match ends.
Yeah.
6 seconds left on the clock. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, just some loud stomps coming in as the ducks and jumps are coming in, but that will do it. Round 1 ends 14-9 is the final. Instinct taking their 3rd game here with the 2-0 on the opening one, and now up 1-0 against Calypso. So close to punching their ticket to that single limb finals. Dimwee, what you've been seeing here?
Well, first, you noted the loud stomping. I don't think that's something that comes through on the stream, but it actually adds quite an effect when you hear that. You actually see and hear, you see the jump, and then you hear the landing. You actually, sometimes you can feel that landing.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are on the 3rd floor of this building, so when they land, you know, like that. But also, that goal by Phenom at the end there. So after that intermission, we saw Calypso struggle to get another goal until Phenom got that 3. That was a vital goal. Now, it's not going to help them in that round. It was too little too late, as you pointed out. But that is the kind of goal, because you start falling behind there, you take a timeout, you can't get back in, you're not finding that offensive momentum. You take that into an intermission, you might be able to figure something out, but that momentum might also carry with you into the next game. So getting that last goal there, it's a big 3. It was a beautiful 3. That was a beautiful goal there by Phenom. Also, I don't know if everyone saw his pose. He did a big roar there. I hope somebody got it on camera, because that was a great pose. That would be a great shot. But that goal, I'm expecting that momentum to carry with them into that next round, but they're going to need to make some adjustments, particularly in the mid area.
Yeah. Strembitsky and Mad have been doing an excellent job this game, jumping around the arena with that stack, applying pressure, and just forcing turnovers. And they're here with that stack out first. Strembitsky does the little self-pass off a cloud, but not able to connect. He's going to slap it down. Mad's there. Mad has the open goal.
Ooh.
No! And won't fall. Ender's there to scoop up the rebound. Ender looking above Strembitsky. Another attempt. That one nice and secure for 2 points. Instinct, solid opener here.
Yeah, fantastic job. A few attempts, but it is the initial joust chaos there. However, Calypso getting an opportunity to bring themselves out strong here in this first rollout. And straight out from the tubes, we've got Phenom with the disc looking to send it over to Glass. Glass getting stunned out in that tunnel, but does get the pass off, and Biot with only enough time for a quick slap. And oh no, Well, it might have been a turnover. It's an open opportunity here as the disc bounces around, and that stack trying to fight for possession, but Phenom walking away with that one.
Yeah, I really liked what they did there. The stack went in, pressured for this. Phenom waited back, so knowing, hey, if the other team slaps it out, I am here to recover. You know, kind of covering all their bases, and are able to keep possession here, throwing it back into the zone. But no, Cruisin' with a good read, steps up and gets the turnover and the slap out. And oh my goodness, Phenom under a lot of pressure there, needed to win that battle. Otherwise, there was an open 3, as is Ender still does get the disc, but he has some time to fall back. Not much, though. Moving in 2-on-1. Ooh. The slap will not get through. Strembitsky hits the ding ring, and Ender now gets knocked out by Biot. And good defensive stand there from Calypso as they try and counterattack.
And the disc is loose. We've got a lot of leeches in the area, but everyone overshooting the disc there, and Ender with it now for the side of Instinct, looking to get some points on the board. Sends it over to Strembitsky, all the way down, long heave into the bubble, and Cruisin' in the area. The behind the back for the 2.
Oh my goodness, Cruisin', whenever Cruisin' is getting near that bubble, it's always something spectacular, right? Cruisin' is often on that back line, but whenever you see Cruisin' near the bubble, you gotta keep an eye on that, because a little bit of showmanship goes a long way here at a live event. And specifically here, it's gotten them a 4-0 lead, as, oh my goodness, all of Instinct in that tunnel there trying to apply pressure. They'll get it out, though, does Calypso, as they get it into the hands of Glass, looking for an open target. We'll send this one back to Phenom underneath with some space. They've got numbers around the bubble, all 4 of them in. Lowell's looking behind, will find a target behind. That is Biot. And first points of the round here for Calypso. None too late.
None too late at all, and they definitely needed that, bringing their lead down by only 2 now with 7 minutes left. They're going to have to cause some disruption here and not allow Instinct to outplay them and get themselves up by too much. But out from the tube, we've got Cruisin' on the back line with the disc, looking to send it to the far side tunnel where Mad is. Mad crossing the table over to Ender. Ender with some time and space. That stack opting to go home here, does walk it forward, but oh no, that stack's coming back with revenge. And we've got Mad on the back line with it now.
Yeah, going to send this over to Cruisin'. Cruisin' with the space, looking off the ceiling. We'll find Strem. Strem looking for that lap pass. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
Solid pass work from Instinct. They moved that crisply all the way down the arena. 1, 2, 3. And it just made it look so easy, because the goal at the end by Ender doesn't need to be difficult when you've got that set up there. The defense not able to keep up, not able to track that disc. And now Calypso find themselves down by 4.
Down by 4, but Phenom with it underneath pressure from that stack, quickly looking for some relief, but it is no good. That pass is missed, but Lulz getting a sneaky hand on that one and turning it back around, but Cruisin' was there and ready for that clear. A lot of back and forth here in the mid, especially in this round, but Calypso able to get a hand on it now, and it's Biot looking to slow this one down a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to look across. Will find Lulz off a little bounce, looking down, but they'll stack that back stack of Strembitsky and Cruisin'. They do get the read on that and get the interception, but they haven't been able to get it into the zone here. Glass is slowly chasing this one as the stacks all kind of flail. Who gets it? It is going to be a nice stun by Biot, and Biot with the ender, with the shot, a critical 3 points, and are going to bring this one back to a 1-point game. 5:40 left on the clock here. Plenty of time to see how this develops.
Plenty of time indeed. And Calypso, again, definitely needing that three-pointer. Biot on the ceiling. It is a position that I have seen Biot hit that shot from multiple times. So hopefully they can do that again. But we've got Instinct with the disc now, and it's Cruisin' underneath a little bit of pressure, but does have some time and space to walk it forward. Send it up to Strembitsky, who is underneath. Assault from that stack, attempting the mail slot, but no good. And Lulz for the side of Calypso, picking this one up now.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure coming in from Instinct. They're standing back, biding their time, waiting to find a good time to push. Giving Phenom a little bit of space to work here as Phenom, just finds Glass as they get it past that stack. As Glass now with some space, looking to see what has opened up. Moving around, Strembitsky, Strem can't catch up, and Phenom now with the disc with some space. Moving in, looking up high. They've got the numbers around the bubble. That's Lulz on the shoulder, moving in, up, no! Cannot get past Cruisin' with the save, and Cruisin' finds Mad, and Mad finds a Geode on the midfield.
Geo down in the midfield, and oh no, Calypso able to get a hand on it again, but that bounce favorable for the side of Instinct, and Ender able to get the clear off, but straight into the hands of Biot, and Biot looking to get this one down into the bubble. Glass with it now, sending it over to, I believe that was Phenom, but a little bit of a missed pass. However, does not cost them the possession there, as Lulz is able to back that one out to Biot.
Yeah, good job, Heroes. The shot is taken. Didn't see that one coming, but Cruisin did all the way through. Instinct has been applying a ton of pressure on defense, and it's kind of been on Calypso to stay just one step ahead than they have been so far, but they've only got 2 back, and here's all 4 members. Huge stun from Glass there. They're not out of it yet, though, as everyone on defense slowly floats back. The spin will not connect. Mad Knight will get out a couple solid chances for Instinct to extend that lead, but so far unable to find it. Ender open on the shield with some passes. Strembitsky with the duck, another one! And sends that one across the body for 2 more points, extending that lead back to 3. A lot of close chances. Instinct gets there on like the 3rd or 4th try.
Listen, it does take a few times, but they do get it, and it gives them a lead here. Calypso having only 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to respond to a 5-8 lead in favor of Instinct, and it is Phenom with the disc now. Quickly looking for some relief, but that pass option underneath Assault, and it's Biot with it now, sending over to Glass. These stacks for the side of Instinct are causing major disruptions in these rollouts, and as I say that, that is a turnover.
Yeah, Mad Strembitsky there. They're reading those passes and jumping in front here. Solid defensive work. 2 stuns coming in from Glass, completely disrupting that for the time being. Phenom, though, under a little pressure, does need to get this one clear. It's down in the trap area, waiting for those stacks to come in. Cruisin picks that one up for the time being, gets it up to Mad, somehow getting that past the pressure coming in from Calypso, and we'll get this one cleared. It's an open opportunity. Oh my goodness. Potentially unintentional headbutt sends that one ricocheting around back into the hands of Glass for Calypso.
But the clear, no good, taking some unfavorable bounces, and that's Mad in the area. Getting this one over to Cruisin. Cruisin just outside of the beginning of tunnel, looking for some options, knowing they're in the lead, buying their time on this clock here, but that backstack for the side of Calypso does bite, and now the disc is in the hands of Ender.
Ender taking, oh my goodness, just coming out of that stun in time to slap that one away and keep it off the line. Cruisin, though, keeping it in the zone. They've got a lot of pressure here, moving around, quick tic-tac-toe. Ender finishes it off. 10-5, doubling up now as Instinct is over Calypso by a 2-score lead. Biggest lead we have seen so far this round. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes until Instinct guarantees themselves a spot in our final bracket.
2 minutes left, and Calypso is going to have to do something about these stacks. It's oftentimes that on these rollouts they are giving away the possession to that back stack, and they do it again here as Strembitsky with the disc looking to send it over to Ender on the wall. Ender has 1 defender on them, but an option of, I believe that was Mad, who gets stunned out by the goalie. Phenom with a really good jump on that one.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a risk when you take the jump there, but when it works, you know, you don't have to take that one-on-one that is so often an advantage for the attacker. Moving in though, Strembitsky trying to get that tough angle shot, will not connect, and now it's a 3-on-1 in that corner for Calypso. They're trying desperately to get this one cleared. They need a quick score. Cruisin not able to get the read initially, but not a ton of pressure coming in. The stacks from Calypso not able to collect together, and so far right now, just time, 1:11 on the clock. They need something quick, and Calypso cannot get it out of their zone, and Mad just misses what should have been a sure dunk, and as is, Cruisin just keeping it in that zone for Instinct.
Keeping it in the zone indeed, and that drive is good as Ender puts that one in for the 2. I would say that seals the deal for Instinct here.
Yeah, Instinct is going to come out of Group A with that #1 seed going 2-0, and it does mean we are going to get ourselves a Calypso and Hive Mind 1v1 for the opportunity to play in that finals bracket here. As Calypso with a minute left on the clock, that is going to be Biot moving in, trying to get this one around, but no, Ender clearing that one off the back wall. 22 seconds left as Calypso trying to find just something else, but all the stuns coming in. No stacks able to leave that blue bubble.
None at all. Lulz with it. We've only got 13 seconds left on the clock here. The clear is good. Oh, no, just kidding. Straight into the hands of Mad. Cruisin looking to send this one into the bubble, get some last points on the board, and the headbutt attempt is no good. But either way, Instinct still taking this one.
So I got to say, if there's any question, because there's another headbutt from Strem earlier in that same round, right? Real high up, went pretty wild. There was also a headbutt attempt from him earlier today in their first match. So if there's any question, if you're like, is he doing it up? Yes, he is. He absolutely is. It's 100%.
Yes.
Strem, back me up. He's not listening. So, yeah, he'd back me up. But yeah, that was an incredible match. I got to give a lot of credit to Calypso because Instinct did not pull ahead with that lead until the final minute and a half there.
Yeah.
Calypso really made Instinct work for that. It was you saw a lot of team plays. You saw everything had to be, because nothing was fancy, everything was pretty, but only in that X's and O's way. You're executing that baseline Echo Arena strategies in the bubble to get those goals in. But I also want to shout out, because I missed a shout out earlier. I was shouting out all of our sponsors. I did miss a shout out. Excuse me. I was about to say Attic Fate. We did that one. Another Axiom. Axiom. Got a whole bunch of them are here. Actually, I see Circuit Lord way over there. Yeah, I'm calling you out. I see you. He's got a really cool Gorilla Tag hat. If you can find where to find that, tell me where to get it, because it's really cool. It's a really nice hat. But shout out to them. Also, they are the creators of Gorilla Tag. They're also hosting an after party right down the road from here after this event. It already RSVP'd and everything. So really excited for that. It's going to be a really cool time. But yeah, what an incredible matchup between Instinct and Calypso. You said Calypso is going to be playing. It's basically a face-off game to get into what is effectively our finals, our playoffs, our finals, right?
Yeah, it's win or you're done. Loser will be done when we see them, matching up here in a couple of minutes. We've got Joker versus Juicebox coming up next over in Group B, and then it's that Calypso Hive Mind match to move on.
And before we go, just have to point out that today when we say done, we mean done.
You can't do that on cast.
I mean,
with that said,
we are saving that specifically for the
me.
second half of the day. The second half of the day is emotion time.
Look, I'm already there. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be done with the host role. Actually, Offbeat's going to be taking over after this. I will be casting, not the next game, but at some point not too long. So I'm really excited for that, because I'm ready to cast some games here.
Oh, yeah.
So with that said, we're going to be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere or go somewhere, but be back in just a few minutes. We'll see you then.